Okay, it's now Keen's turn.
I'm still making sure that the citizens are getting across.
Other than a quick action for "Don't let it step on the bridge, you imbeciles." There we go.
Okay, so are you guys sending civilians up ahead of you?
Um,
I'm eventually going to be going with them when it's my turn.
All right,
Yeah,
but there are people ahead of you guys on the bridge, because
ideally not, but I can't control them.
Well, look,
Well, yeah, we can't control it.
Inferno just said, like, let's take a vote for, like, letting the civilians across, and Jared was like, fuck your shit, I'm going across.
Yeah,
No,
so
no,
I was
this
under
is
the
what
I was
I
under the
think we
assumption
should
that
do.
So if they want to walk across the bridge and go into that, by all means. Jarek honestly doesn't care about their
All right.
lives, so
it
they
all
would've died.
depends on whether or not Jarek actually said, "Hey, there's a rat demon."
Well,
Yeah.
okay, with all due respect, we should be able to see across the bridge and see if there's a rat demon, right?
It's not like the river's on fire.
um
All of a sudden, the river.
yeah, I'll allow that. Like I said, there's also smoke and a bunch of other things obscuring your vision, but in that sense, I will let that slide because it's a big thing.
Okay, then I will start trying to
But-
make my way through the crowd.
Yeah, so you
And
guys
try
know,
and get-
generally speaking, your vision is how far you can see through all the smoke and all the fire. But it's something that big, I will let that go. Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm trying to make my way through the smoke or not the smoke, but the people
All right.
to the bridge. And I still can't see it, so I'm not going to try and take a pot shot at it.
All right. Then it is Cole's turn.
All right. Let's see how far this is. 20. All right. So there is just like a mass of people here.
Yes. But yes, there are a mass of people there, but not so packed that you wouldn't be able to get through it fairly easily.
All right. I'm gonna take the same path that Kane just kind of made. I'm going to move up next to him. Would that be both my moves or just one?
That would just be one. You could double move
All
across
right.
the bridge if you wanted.
I'm going to go right around here.
Okay.
And okay. And I will. I would probably hang on like a side of the bridge, so I'm not standing in the middle. But yeah, that'll be my turn.
All right. Pearson, your turn.
All right. Pearson will then bark out. Keen walks in front of the bridge with Cole. Waga, take the east of the bridge. Finn, take the front of the crowd. I'll cover the west of the bridge.
I love how
What?
Colomore shouts,
Oh,
"Take the east of the bridge," and he points west.
Whatever. The reverse of that.
Pearson
Oh.
is very stressed right now.
Yes, he is.
Exactly.
So stressed.
Exactly. So stressed that he can't figure out directions. But no, he points to the west for Waga, to the south for Finn, and he goes to the east and gets ready for whatever's coming through the fog and the haze of the smoke.
The
All
fire
right.
and flames.
Then that is Pearson's turn. Finn.
Finn will kind of worriedly look at the bridge, but just stand at ready, I guess, down here taking Pearson's orders.
All right. Then it is the big rat's turn. Give me a second. Big rat is going to... He's not very fast. He is going to... Hello? Oh. Okay, there we go. He is going to lumber up to about here. And it looks like he was going for Jarek, but he sees a tasty orc.
Oh,
So now he's going for the orc.
he's going to use vegetables then.
He's going to eat his vegetables. So he is going to take a swipe at the orc.
Oh no,
Let's see here.
this is not going to be good.
He,
You feel it?
might be. You never know.
20 damage trade.
Hey, he might have healing claws. You never know.
No,
15? Is that a
no,
hit?
no.
Okay, it's a miss then. Doesn't do anything to you.
I don't like this.
I can imagine. All right. It is now Waga's turn. Waga is going to do as Pearson asked. And then he's going to go over here. And then he's going to see a giant rat over there and nothing where he can see. And double move this way. It's going... Ah! something about brother. And he's going to use his quick action to activate Barbarian Rage.
Ooh.
All right, so that's Waga's turn. Sky is with the civilians. That is going to be... I'm not going to move the escalation die up one because the only person who did anything then moved away and it didn't follow. So escalation is still at a 0. And Jarek, it's your turn.
How about that, motherfucker? You want to escalate that?
Well, that is a form of escalation, I suppose. There we go. Nicely done.
Insert Emperor Palpatine. Now you will die! This fucking amethyst energy comes streaking around for the side of the house.
Okay.
Let's see, considering the situation, Jarek's all for playing the cat and mouse game. Aha! And he's the hunter, which is why he's going to move to the other side of the house.
Did you just call yourself a kitty?
I called myself a hunter. There we go. There
All
we
right.
go.
Your magic shakes him, like he stumbles for a second, and then that's about it.
It's fine. It's fine. Jarek has seen these things die in his dreams, so it's no problem. He's
All right.
envisioned the moment of success. That's the end of the turn.
Keen, your turn.
All right. First, I would like to start off with taking an aim action and shooting at the rat.
Okay.
So it's still 0. Crit
Wow.
for 44 damage.
Nice.
And he is also blinded. And then for my movement action, I will run across the bridge and join Cole.
Hi.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
That arrow, we're gonna say, hits him right in the face. It looks like he noticed it. Arrgh!
Hey, look, that's as much damage as we dealt to the fire elemental, guys. We're
Yeah.
doing all right.
Not doing bad. All right, Cole, it is your turn.
Okay. Does this count as another encounter?
Yes, it does.
Okay, I'm going to go point at the rat then.
Okay.
And going to do a attack.
That is going to be a hit. Wow, I forgot. how
For
low that was.
17 points of damage.
All right.
And then, since it was an even, another roll
That's definitely a hit
for
as well.
17 points of damage
So 34 points of damage, I believe.
in total.
Didn't you point at it?
Yes, that has. I have to roll
A natural 17.
18
Yeah, natural 18, yeah.
Oh, okay.
or higher. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so that's 34 points of damage. Hang on. Let me math good. Okay. He is staggered. And it is Pearson's turn.
So, it's not just this rat creature that we hear coming. You said we heard demons approaching to us, and they sounded more than before, correct?
And
Do
they
we
are
have
getting
a
closer.
suggestive idea of the direction?
The mass is
It's
coming
everywhere.
from this direction,
Okay.
but you also
Alright.
hear from this direction, just not as much. Like there are things coming, but the mass
Yeah.
looks like it's coming from the south as where you are in relation
Alright.
to you.
All right, Pearson roars over the crowd. Men, women, prepare to fight for your lives and to fight for your family. We will not die here. We will cross the bridge when it is safe. But be prepared to face these motherfuckers with everything you got. Finn, it looks like you and I are watching the backs. And I'll just kind of move more this direction so I can kind of keep an eye out in as many directions through the fog. And he'll just say to the elf, yell out when you see anything. And that's it. That's my turn.
And when you give that speech, you hear several of the male villagers cheer, "Ah, Pearson!"
Yeah. Yay. The bone splitter.
Bro,
Oh, let's not tell everyone I'm the reason behind this.
Yeah, don't tell them that I helped.
Yeah. Keen.
We fucked up.
Yeah, way to go, Keen. Jesus. Just
Man-
had to use that witch stone in
Man,
your
they could have
fucking
gotten
daughter
off
causes.
scot-free, man. No one knew, man. All right, Finn, it's your turn.
Finn will kind of smirk, still looking straight ahead, not really looking to where Pearson is, but say, aye, aye, Captain. she's actually saying it more to herself than out loud for Pearson to actually hear, but, you know.
Fair enough.
And then
Alright.
that's it.
All right, then it is the big rat demon's turn. Whoa. Why did I highlight everything? That was weird.
Don't do that.
All right. So rat demon is going to take another swipe at big tasty orc.
If you can hit me with being stupidly blind and dumb.
Yeah, -4 penalty.
I love how and dumb. So basically, he just doesn't get a plus to his attack. That's a 7. That's a miss.
Well, let me check.
Pretty. It's a miss. It's like let's be fair about this. You know. All right, Waga is going to oblivious to pretty much all else. He's charging straight into this thing, and he is barbarian raging.
I mean, he got to miss out on this thing in a dream fight, so you know.
Yeah, it's pissed.
This is his chance.
All right, so he's gonna roll twice at this. Okay.
Is he gonna take the hit or the hit?
Yeah, the hit. I don't know which one. I'm not going to, since he's an NPC. I'm not giving him the best feature of the Barbarian Rage, which is basically this would equal a critical. Because
This
he's an
one
NPC. Yeah, it basically if both rolls are above 11, it counts as a critical, which is crazy. But we're gonna give him the hit, and that's gonna be 3d10 plus 4.
Yeah, the barbarians, from what I've seen,
I
are
love it.
ridiculous.
All right, so that's
They're very passionate about combat.
there we go. They're one-trick ponies, though. That's their problem.
That's not.
Not
what
that
Wagga
Waga
would
seems
say.
to care much. All right, so that's Waga. Sky is actually going to look sheepishly at Pearson, and then with nothing but a stick, stand over here on this side of the people, and look that direction. All right, and then escalation die is a 1. However, Finn.
Yeah.
At the end of that round, you see coming into the light at the head of a mass of demons. This is all you see so far.
Mhm.
Is one of these guys. You can see him, right?
That thing, the
Yep.
guy?
Yeah,
I
the
see him.
purple mage.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
he's a mage?
Purple means mage.
Wow, good to know.
And Pearson,
Mm-hmm.
charging towards you, are 2 of those guys.
Okay.
That's why
Alright.
my lightning is color coded, Kriana. I have to follow the rules and regulations of being a mage.
Do you have purple lightning?
I do.
I thought you were just trying to be like Emperor Palpatine.
No, the energy is in fact amethyst in nature. Negative energy doesn't tend to be bright like pink or like yellow or blue.
Oh my god, all
I
the
fire
time.
rainbows at the enemy. It's negative energy damage.
Sorry guys, that was my bad. I'm sorry. I'm embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed. I don't give a shit.
Both these different types of creatures have the same initiative bonus, so I'm just going to count them in the same initiative, which is a 27.
Yawn.
Okay, Grimace, because you're the only one that could ever hit above a 27. I've never seen someone hit a 30 before. That's crazy. All right, Jarek, your turn.
Those
Mono
fucking
P.
scrubs.
Dude, come on, we're the scrubs, yo.
Move
Where's
action
scrubs
to
at?
peek around the house. Oh, good. Looks like they're all achieving everything and not letting it across the bridge. I like to call that a victory for Jarek. Move action to critically hit this motherfucker for
Jesus.
44 points of negative energy damage.
All right. Okay, he's looking really hurt. It's
Quit
starting to
Jarek
wear
was
on him.
thinking about how awesome Jarek is. In turn.
Okay, it's now the demon's turn. These demons... That's within movement range. These demons are coming for you, Pearson.
Okay.
All right, and this mage is just going to stand there, and he'll go first. He is going to cast Abyssal Whispers at Finn.
Oh no.
All right, let's see here.
Get out of my head, Charles.
Oh,
Yes!
wow. I'm just going to say that's a fail no matter... Well, you know, your mental defense isn't that low, so that's definitely a fail. He messes up the wording or something, completely fails.
Just
Yeah,
has a
that's my
migraine.
response to that.
All right,
Yeah.
and then the other two are going to attack you, Pearson. That is a hit and a hit. That is
Okay.
going to be 20 damage to you.
Ruh-roh.
Why all of these?
Whoops.
Oh,
Whoa.
Here, I'll
Whoa.
fix that. Don't worry. There you go.
Okay.
That's
like,
the one I
wow.
want.
All right,
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't think anyone would actually click on that.
Keen.
That's the one I wanted.
Okay. I'm going to aim and shoot at the giant rat.
All right.
18 versus AC.
That's gonna hit. All right, he is looking pretty much like he's stumbling around blindly, literally, swaying. All right, Cole, your turn.
My turn. I'm going to attack with a trusty javelin.
Finish this.
That's gonna hit,
70 damage.
and that's gonna kill.
Yes.
Oh.
Rat demon falls. Blop.
So wants to throw his other javelin, but has nothing to throw it at.
No, again, you can take your movement action and then attack.
I'm not going. Let's just say there's enough holes in this bridge that I can see this guy.
Well, no. I was gonna say what you would have to do if you want to attack them, because, well, no, because this is just a covering. This isn't like a enclosure. This is just a roof. So yeah, you should be able to see that guy.
You can give me whatever penalties you want.
Nah, there shouldn't be any penalties. You it's only 32 feet away.
This
That's
is-
not gonna hit though.
This is really hard to throw through bridges. Some sort of air flow problem. Anyway,
3
my
damage.
turn. Yeah, 3 damage.
All right.
And my
Okay,
turn.
it is Pearson's turn.
Okay, I'm going to use the... One moment. I just had to quickly look at something. Oh, good. All right. Yeah, I'm going to use my pick on someone your own size form. I'm going to start that off. I'm going to start focusing on the demon that was somewhat injured.
All right.
I'm going to roll to attack. Give me just 2 seconds. As I just make sure I get the right bonuses here. Okay. Oh, we have escalation of 1, correct?
Correct.
Yep. Escalation of 1.
All right. 14 is probably not enough to hit.
No.
Okay. So he's gonna throw a punch at the demon, and then he's going to yell a rallying cry, "Fight! Fight, everyone! Fight!" And I didn't scream because that would have hurt everyone's ears, and that's my turn.
Okay. Finn.
I will charge this guy.
Okay.
How far can I go?
Oh, you can make it to him. He's only 25 feet.
Is that just
Yes, that's
one
you.
move?
Can. You. It's just a movement. You can still make an action.
Okay, then I'm going to attack this motherfucker with my blade. Pew, 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 pew. Oh, wait, do I still have the -4?
No. In fact, no, because it's a different encounter. And in fact, also if this
Okay.
attack connects, you'll have your blades of annihilation or whatever they're called.
Yeah, that
Daggers
thing.
of Abaddon.
Yes. Those things.
Daggers of Aladdin. All right, I'm around. Okay, so 8. Where's my number pad? There it is. Yeah, I did so good.
Yeah. Can you roll
So-
me another d20 with no
Do I
modifier?
stab myself in the eye or in the foot? Oh, in the eye. In the eye. Stab myself in the eye.
Yeah, I love how you
Finian
just
is
roll it.
as tired as Kriana is right now.
Apparently.
Finn misses so horribly that she drops her blades. So you're gonna have to spend a standard action picking them up.
Okay.
All right. It is now the rat's dead, so not the rat's turn. It's Waga's turn. Waga, hearing commotion back on the other side of the bridge, is gonna charge. and go for the closest enemy he can see. Hang on, I'm trying to see if this is going to be a double.
That's me.
Yes. What? Can you move yourself back? Sorry.
Racist, Squee.
Sorry.
You. I'm not.
Oh,
I didn't say you all look alike.
If you know you're not an orc, right?
Just because you all do look alike doesn't mean I said it.
Hmm.
He's gonna make an attack on the guy that was injured, the closest guy to him. So that's gonna be... Okay, well, yeah, the first one hits. So that's gonna be 3d10 plus 4 for 23 damage. Alright, which means he is staggered. And that's going to be Waga's turn, and Sky is joining the other people who are actually starting to fight back. There are people, which, Finn, much to your probable pleasure, there are guys that are also attacking this demon and drawing its attention away from you, even though they're not doing well.
I'm not much of a threat right now.
You're still more of a threat than those guys, but yeah!
Just cursing under my breath like, fuck, 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 fuck.
Alright, escalation goes up to 2. And it's Jarek's turn again.
Well, just gonna keep being awesome. Move action to look across. Oh, hey. Yeah, well, looks like there is one enemy within range. Jarek, you know, scurries back towards the bridge area. He's got to look after everyone, I guess, even though he doesn't think any of those civilians matter. His primary concern is getting to the palace, getting the stones, and then leaving to a better home. But everyone knows about that out of character. Standard action to shoot an arc of amethyst energy at the one enemy that's within his nearby range. That is... Force is not with me today. Obviously, it's the interference of, like, the smoke and the fire on the water, like, all sorts of demon technology just, like, fizzles out, and like, Jarek, like, stares angrily at his hand.
I was just going to go with a lack of motivation, but yeah, that works too.
Yeah, that's probably it. Like, he doesn't actually care that much about, like, saving the civilians. I already explained that, so it's like, quick action to sigh defeatedly in turn.
Alright, it's now the demon's turn. This demon who just got whacked by Waga is going to concentrate on him. The other one will concentrate on Pearson. And the mage is actually, like I said, his attention is diverted towards slaughtering 2 of the male townsfolk that came to him. And he just basically... I'm not even going to roll. I'm just going to say flavor text. He casts Sow Discord, and one of the villagers turns to the other and stabs him in the chest.
I'm glad I'm helping out and saving the day. It's good.
Yeah, it happens. So,
At least I'm okay.
reptilian demon is going to attack Waga. That's a miss, and the other one's going to attack Pearson. I believe that's a miss, right? All right,
Yeah,
that's their turn.
Yeah, I certainly hope so.
Keen. I don't know where I got Dean, but Keen, it's your turn.
Apparently, I'm Dean now.
Because I saw the name above you starts with a capital D.
I see.
I shipped you together.
Awesome. I am going to start walking down this side bank until I can see something.
Okay.
Which will be...
Nothing.
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 Right.
You're not
going
to see anything walking that direction.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
just letting you know.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Cole, it's your turn.
Since Waga is a little bit in my shot range, I'm going to move to... I'm going to move here, so I'm not in Jarek's range either.
Okay.
And try to attack this dude.
Excuse me. Okay.
And... let's see if I can't hit him. Is the escalation die up? Yes.
That is going to be a miss.
Oh boy.
But
There
that
goes
is
my
another
damage.
3 damage. All right.
All of my D8 rolls now. Okay.
Pearson, it's your turn.
Okay, before Pearson rolls to attack, he's going to yell out to the... he's going to scream at the top of his voice over the crowd in the combat to the other side of the bridge. Is it clear yet? Can they cross? And then I'm going to continue my Stonebridge shuffle. No, my pick on someone your own size form. I'm going to actually attack the one that is engaged with Waga. Is he staggered?
Before you start, I was going to remind you guys, I do let you as free actions if you
Yeah,
need to
it would be
communicate
a
with each
free
other.
action.
Yeah.
Jarek is thinking about what to say.
Uh,
I guess he'll say, as clear as it can be.
Okay.
all right. And then the one up above you is staggered. Yes.
Okay. Oh, he's staggered. Fantastic. An escalation dice went up by 1, so now I have a plus 10 to hit. Much better.
That's a hit.
22. Sweet. So that is
Break his fucking neck!
3d8 plus 1d6 plus yikes. I will.
Oh yeah, sneak attack because he's attacking Wagga. Yeah, yeah. He's
gotta-
you do something to him, but it ends.
I will like this. Actually, I'll take the suggestion from the crowd there, Drew, and I will break his fucking neck with that sickening snack. And then Pearson will yell, "Cross! Careful, but go!" as he turns to face the other demon.
All 50 people run onto the bridge at once.
Yeah, I know, but
It's less than 50 now, so that'll obviously
yeah,
tip
we'll
the
be
scales.
okay.
Yeah.
All right,
right.
Finn, Kriana,
Yes.
give me a roll 20 with we'll give you a dex modifier. This is going to determine if it takes you a quick action or a standard action to get your daggers back.
Sorry, in my excitement, I forgot to mention my punch attack for is pretty much the punch form. Is since I hit, I can either take a move action as a free action, which I won't do, but I'm going to gain a +4 to physical defense until the start of my next turn. So,
Oh, great. Okay, cool. So your AC goes up by 4. Oh no, your physical defense goes up by 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't really use that value very much, but hey.
Hey,
I
these
have
low-
it.
You never
These
know.
low-level enemies don't target physical defense that much.
That's okay.
All right.
I have
So okay, you definitely picked up your daggers in a quick action, so you can still attack, you can still move.
I am attacking.
All right.
Let's see, what are we at? 2, so 9.
That's not gonna hit, but he does take 4 miss damage.
You're a brave lady, Finn.
Thanks.
Is that your turn or?
Yeah.
All right. Rat is dead. Waga's turn. Waga, stepping over one dead guy with all you see is the whites of Waga's eyes. His pupils are they're gone. This guy is frothing at the mouth, and he's just.
That's our Wagga.
That's our Waga. All right, those are both hits. So he's going to do 3d10 plus 4. 19 damage, and okay. Let's see here. Okay. 19 damage to that demon. That's Waga's turn. Sky is going to start trying to get people to go over the bridge by motioning them and shakily, in an unsteady voice, encouraging them to move. And escalation die goes up by 1. It's Jarek's turn.
Oh boy. Well, let's see here. Get a little bit closer. There he is. The one enemy. Well, let's see. Is Jarek's heart in it this time? I guess that's good enough.
Yeah, it's what else. It hits him. He looks really damaged.
Yay!
How damaged?
Damaged enough.
Jarek, this is going to be like basically like only Cole can hear this. Kneel.
Okay, Pearson and Waga see the demon all of a sudden decide that he wants to kneel down and die.
It's a good decision.
It's a good, yeah.
And even though Jarek's at full hit points, he'll like consume like the spirit of like the 1d10 health anyway, just to make himself feel better. He needs a pick me up in turn.
All right. It is now the demon mage's turn. Since Finn is so close, it's not going to try casting a spell. It is just going to use its claws. It gets 2 attacks at Finn because it's faster, speedy. All right. Alright, so those are his 2 attacks. 1 hits, I believe. 1 doesn't.
Yep.
5 damage.
Okay.
And that's his turn. So now it's Keen's turn.
All right, since I saw nothing on this side, I'm going to go back to the bridge to make sure that people are crossing safely.
Okay.
And I still see nothing, no threats.
Nope.
So that is my turn.
All right. Cole.
Oh boy. I also do not see particularly any threats, so I'm also going to bounce over here and also make sure people are not running over each other.
All right. Pearson.
All right. Seeing that people are starting to go through the bridge, including his wife and family, he can see through the haze of the smoke. Finn fighting with this creature, so he's going to run up and try to assist. Will I be able to close the distance?
Well, you'll be able to close the distance. Let's see if you can. You'll take a double movement though to get there.
Okay, double movement. That's
All right.
okay. I'm gonna back her up.
Then I was gonna say I'll let you stop where you want.
Yep, that works for me.
Okay. That's Pearson's turn, and then Finn, your turn.
Me again.
Are you shooting him with your laser daggers?
Yeah.
That's definitely a hit with your laser daggers.
That's
And that's
even.
even, so you get to roll again.
Yay.
Wait, why are you calling them laser daggers?
Because she said pew pew.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That one's
but
not a hit though, but he still does. So that's still going to be 4 damage added to 15, so that's 19 damage.
Hey Inferno, can I borrow one of the 20s you were getting earlier for your initiative?
Sure.
Thanks.
Okay.
I need it. I love you.
Oh shit! I spent it. I spent it on
It's worth
cheap initiative 4s.
Throw it to the ground.
All right, it's Waga's turn. Waga is also going to take a double movement down here. All right, and that's going to be that turn. Escalation goes up to 4. It's Jarek's turn again. You guys up there, do you plan to do anything other than just what you've been doing?
Unless something gets into view, yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I think.
Let me
Plymouth is
measure
in-
out 60 feet, and
Is there a giant fly over my head?
There we
Thank
go.
you.
Because that's a
Thank you.
20 that you threw on the ground.
there we go. All I'm doing is moving. Jarek's not fucking waiting for these people. He knows what's important.
Oh.
Those stones.
Got it. All right, Keen, what about you? Are you just going to be helping people move across?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, making sure that there's no enemies around.
Yeah, in your
people are
turn,
safe.
you don't see any. I mean, you see him in the distance, but no one's coming to bug you guys.
Okay, good.
But what you guys do see, and all of you see this, the town, more and more of the town is catching on fire, and houses are falling down, and more screams everywhere, and it's getting crazy. So we'll just go down to Pearson.
Okie dokie. I am going to... Now, can I continue my form, or do I have to start it anew?
You're gonna have to start it anew.
That's fine. How injured does Finn look? Is she staggered?
I'm fine.
No. She's
Okay.
pretty good. She's got a little scrape.
All right, then we're gonna show this guy what it is, what the stone bridge shuffle is. Even though, ironically, most of the stone bridges are destroyed, it's fine. So, all right, it's not staggered, is it?
Hang on a second. Yes, it is.
Ooh, okay.
Wow. Okay. Jeez.
Yay!
That's a double. That's a critical.
And so do I just double what I got, or do I roll just double the dice?
Either way. Okay. Oh, the 31 is what you rolled for. No, that's your to hit.
That's my to hit, yeah.
Right.
I
So
got
just roll.
regular
You can do it either way.
damage.
You can roll double dice, or you can roll the regular.
I'll roll
and
double
it.
dice. So now
right.
I get my 1d6 for sneak attack on this guy too.
Correct.
So instead of 46, I'm going to roll 8d6.
Okay.
And I should add my strength, which I didn't do last time. +3. Here we go. I do that many.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's
3 1s.
It doesn't matter. He's dead. He had 12 hits.
Yay! I
Damn.
plunged my... Wait. Is he on
Break his
fire?
fucking
Is he a
neck!
demon?
No, he's
I
not on
already
fire.
did that. I'm more original. What I would like to do, actually, is maybe kick his knee and maybe... Because demons have bones still, right?
Yeah.
All right. Then kick his knee so his knee actually shatters, and then grab him by the horns and slam his head against the cobblestone several times until it becomes a bloody mess. Then, with demon blood caked on his hands, he'll turn to Finn and be like, "Time to go," and start
Finn will
making
just-
my way back towards the bridge.
Finn will just give a slight nod and say thanks and follow afterwards.
Okay.
Wagger will kind of calm down, stop their panting with his axe at the ready, like looking around for something else to strike, and when he doesn't see anything within range, he'll slump his shoulders and start following you guys. And his barbarian rage is out. I need to roll to see if he can use it again. No, he cannot. So that's his barbarian rage. So combat's over.
Tiptoe for the
I
bridge.
assume you guys are, Jarek's still on his way to the palace. You guys are helping people get across the bridge. By this time, the majority of them are past.
Okay.
You guys can bring up the rear. Sky is bringing up the rear too. She will glance at Pearson and then hang her head and then follow the rest
Yeah.
on the bridge. Jarek, you see giant fires before you. You cannot go that
Wow.
way.
Wow, that's staggering. What riveting detail. I see fire.
Yeah.
Look left in the
Giant
city.
fires.
Look right in the city.
You see the stone bridge in front of you. You can see that thing is completely ablaze. The fire you see on the ground there is the grass that has caught fire, and some of that fire has spilled out onto the cobblestones. It's not actually on the cobblestones, but the cobblestones aren't on fire. But there's enough foliage there to make it impassable.
This cardinal direction is impassable. This cardinal direction is impassable. I choose this cardinal direction.
All right, there's that cardinal direction. And when you turn that corner, what you see is...
More fire. Aha!
Ah, not quite.
Fooled you.
Two
You're saying
demons
it's
that
no
are...
longer on fire?
Hmm?
So you're saying it's no longer on fire? Huh?
No, you do see more... Oh, okay, those fires. I thought you... Oh, yes. So you do see more fire. Well done. My mistake. No, what you do see is...
They obviously don't see me through the building that
No.
was on fire.
No, they don't see you yet. They're still feasting on a dead citizen.
So you're saying they're flat-footed and defenseless. I like it.
Yes, I guess that's what I'm saying.
We should get some bridge support.
And you see something. Is it more fire? No. Well, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, you see more fire, but yeah.
I like flat-footed and unaware enemies. My old veteran experience with Dungeons and Dragons tells me that's a good idea. So let's go ahead and assign whatever's necessary to this. You just fucking tell that one of the demons to get wrecked, kid.
All right, yeah, that's definitely hits for 19 damage. So that is going to go down to... Okay. You hit him for 19 damage.
Fine. I mean, this is what Jarek's been doing the entire time, long-range sniping. Now that tokens are on the field, he's gonna do the same thing.
They certainly see you.
Fantastic.
All right, guys, everyone else, while you're getting them aside, there are no demons in your general vicinity, so I'm going to say, unless you guys need to do something different, while you get everyone organized and start heading towards the palace, I'm going to resolve this one with Jarek real quick.
The only thing I would like to just add is that Pearson, as soon as they're crossed, he wants to just reunite with his family. He wants to stick with them, mostly.
Okay.
And, but I'll just allow us to, allow us. Yes, I will allow us to continue on. No, I'll go along with the rest of the group.
And Carl has basically been bunching everyone together in a group so that people can stand around them and protect them.
Okay.
But yeah, and then just so I know, when you guys get your bunch together, I'll be back in a second, but you guys need to decide what direction you want to go. If you want to follow where Jarek went or what direction you'd like to go. So, Jarek, we're going to... Let's see, you did your action on the demons, so they get their action on you.
Surprise!
Yeah, they're surprised. How far away are you? You are within range, except I'm going to say the one you hit's not going to make it to you because, well, he got blindsided. This one's going to make it. This one's going to get to about here.
Okay.
So, this one is going to strike at you. That's a hit. So that is 7 damage.
Congratulations. A winner is you.
He is proud of himself.
Cool. Roll a disengage check. That's successful. Move back that far. I'll say somewhere along the line. I don't know whether that's exactly 30. Yeah, that'll be good enough.
It's close enough.
We haven't... I don't care about escalation or not. There. Eat that, motherfucker.
Okay.
no.
Yeah.
The-
So
The
that's
acid
a
is tasty.
dead demon.
Well,
Okay,
let's wait and see
Damon.
whether the second one wants to follow.
Yeah, he comes around the corner.
Fantastic. I'm glad for you.
Yeah, he's not gonna be able to make it to you though. He'll get to about there because you moved and he still had to move.
All right, have some 16 more negative energy damage.
Speaking of 16, well done. Okay, they're dead. Your path is cleared now.
Jarek just like stands there and like looks at himself and goes, that's character.
Okay, which direction you guys, now you've gotten everyone kind of into a group, which direction would you like to lead the masses?
Is my buddy
So-
alive?
Yeah, your buddy's still helping.
Okay.
Keen and I have been talking just during that, and we figure that since Jarek was running around, he must know the way to go. So it would make sense to follow in his direction. I like to think that both Pearson and Carla know the city pretty well, so if it's cool with everyone, they can kind of lead and weaving people through the buildings. But I'm up for other ideas.
Weaving or?
No, weaving. No, yeah, just leading the group through the
Oh, I
city,
thought you
through
said
the burning
weaving. I'm
city.
like, what's the point of weaving through buildings? No, that's fine. Leading.
It's all good.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
do that.
As you guys do that, I'm gonna say that there are. I assume they're like in a mass, and you guys are kind of with Pearson at the front. You guys are around them.
Keen is more towards the back.
Okay.
Covering the rear.
All right. You guys move towards the palace. A lot of the demons are kind of scrabbling along rooftops and keeping their distance because they're not willing to take on such a heavily fortified army yet. However, as you guys move, you see more and more, and they get closer and braver. And as you guys approach the palace, we're going to go ahead and just... because you guys are basically going to make it mostly to the palace without anything getting brave enough to attack you yet. So here's what I'm going to do for now. Well, yeah, I'm just going to move you guys for the most part. I'm going to move you guys, but I'm going to move you kind of slowly so that you can tell me if you need to go on a certain path or something. I assume you'd want to go up here. And then you said weave through the buildings, so take that narrow road that Jarek's on.
Yeah, Jarek's gonna be waiting there. I mean, he's gotta take a smoke break, even though he doesn't smoke. Just lay back, pop his knuckles.
All right. As you guys get, whoa, why did that just move him? Okay, well, whatever. So you guys move through the buildings. The whole crowd gets through the buildings. Okay, seriously, why I said everybody? There we go. Like I said, the demons start getting closer. They start becoming braver. They start getting more keen. A few pot shots from you is keeping them at bay for the most part. But you guys are rushing to get to the palace. And right about when you get to where you can see the palace gates, right about here, you're surrounded on every side by demons. And it looks like it's going to be a race for the gate. However, as you get to about here, you hear a thunder up ahead, above in the sky above you. And as you guys are passing towards the palace gates with the huge mass of people, lightning starts striking down the demons that are getting too close to you. And just dozens of lightning bolts from the sky start smoldering demons. It's very loud. It's very scary for the children, but the masses keep moving. And you guys manage to get into the palace grounds safely, at which point the gates shut behind you.
Awesome.
And inside the courtyard is your numbers have grown to about 200 people who are now milling around in the courtyard, kind of looking to you guys for what to do. And once you get into the courtyard, you see Lady Seline standing at the top of the stairs with her hands upraised and her head tilted back. And when the gates close, she looks down at you guys as if she's just finished a spell. Yep.
Yep.
No, I just I'm kind of speechless right now. I'm not too sure what to say. which is strange for me.
Lady Seline kind of picks you guys out of the crowd, and she tells her attendants to attend to the wounded, and several of the palace attendants come out. You also see that in addition to the group that you had, there are other people who have already fled to the palace courtyard, and you see everything from richly dressed nobles whose clothes are now torn and shredded to the poorest of paupers, all taking shelter in the courtyard. Lady Seline weaves her way to your group. Are you guys still kind of clustered together, or are you separated? I know, Pearson, you're near your family. Where's everyone else?
I think Finn would be somewhere around Cole.
Yeah, Keen would probably be around Sky-ish. Around here.
I'll take the lead on this then. I'm separated from the others. Jarek has been pushing forward to the palace the entire time.
All right, then you would be the first one to run into Lady Seline.
Jarek will say in his zombie form, "The demon seller used the blood connection of one of Pearson's daughters. The third stone was used. The rifts have opened."
Lady Seline nods and takes it all in stride, and she says, "I gathered as much. Unfortunately, that's no longer important."
Pearson will call out from the crowd, "How safe is this place?"
Lady Seline motions for you guys to come to her, and she starts. So, do you guys go up the stairs?
Yeah, with
Oh, yeah.
my family in tow,
Okay.
but yeah.
Yeah.
When you get closer, and she says more quietly, so that not everyone can hear, and Sky is actually going to stay closer to Cole and Finn. She's going to say, "Not long enough to withstand this. I would give those gates an hour."
Okay. I imagine fancy place like this has a few escape routes out of the city. Am I right?
Lady Seline shakes her head. "No, not really. This was designed to be a bastion to run back to, not one to escape from. I found that the enemies of this world are very, very good at sending spies to find all my little nooks and crannies. The wall behind me, not even I could destroy."
And Jarek shaking his head, "That too is irrelevant." Jarek takes a breath. Right as the rifts appeared, we were... Jarek pauses. "Accosted by some sort of entity who called itself Aishir, the goddess of life. We took some sort of magic-fueled alternate reality trip back through time to a land where the stones themselves had already been used." And Jarek has nothing more than like a shrug for that.
Mm-hmm.
Her eyes grow wider and wider and wider. And as you say that, she says, "Quickly, we don't have much time. You must tell me everything, but not here, not in front of them." And she kind of motions to the panicking people.
Jarek will nod.
And she leads you guys very quickly, not through the palace, but through a set of stairs set around the palace that leads directly up to the roof. So you guys are basically here.
Hopefully Lady Seline will allow Carla and his two daughters
She makes
to come
no
with.
move to stop you. Yeah.
Okay, good. They're not leaving his sight, so we're good. Or the kids aren't leaving him in Carla's sight, to say more accurately. All right. Continue.
And if you'd like to speed it up, Jarek will provide a condensed version with his massive intellect of what all was garnered and what all he observed in alternate timeline Wonderland, including that it seemed 2,500 years in the past, and the few survivors of that realm were opening a portal to Elven Wargarble Forest up to the north, including in the entity that we spoke with, appeared to look awfully similar to Sky. And the elves there, as they call themselves, all appeared to have wings. So yeah, like I said, summary condensed Cliff Notes version of everything you want to know about my dream.txt.
I would say that most of it she listens in silence. There is a point basically when you start talking about Sky. The whole time Sky looks more and more confused and looking inwards. And when you talk about her and the wings, Lady Seline looks to Sky, and Sky very shakily says, "I have memories, but they don't feel like they're mine. I'm sorry. I can't make sense of them right now, but I would trust what they say. And with that, Lady Seline will nod, and she says, so our only chance is to get you and the stones out of here alive.
If what we learned is correct, and as I have never encountered an entity who advertised herself as a goddess and teleported me to another realm in an alternate reality, yes.
With that, Lady Seline is rather quiet, and then she walks over to the side of the roof of the palace and looks out across the city, which is now ablaze. The entire city is nothing but a mass of screams and demon cries and fire. And then after staring there for a long moment, she turns around and she says, then that's what we'll do. We're leaving. But we're leaving with everyone you came with. We have to get... And she looks at each and every one of you, and you actually see that her eyes are teary. And she says, we have to protect what we can of my people. I beg you, help me get them out of here, and I will help you in any way I can.
Yeah, you got a deal from me, Lady Seline.
Sounds good.
Jarek, like, clenches his teeth, and he's not going to disagree.
And then, oh gosh, I wish I remembered his name. I believe it was...
Waga?
Huh?
No,
not
she's
Waga.
talking about the little helper gnome.
No, not Fiddle.
Oh.
The
We know
little-
Fiddle.
the teenage redhead soldier who was
Oh, that dude from the ball.
yeah from the ballroom.
Nerdlinger?
I believe his name. We're gonna call him Rob because I believe that was his name. And she turns to Rob and she says, "Where's the captain of the guard?" And Rob shakily looks at her and says, I think I am the captain of the guard. I think I'm the only one that made it back." And she nods and she says, "We need a way to get out of here. What do you suggest?" And he just starts going, and Lady Seline puts a hand on her shoulder and says, "What do you suggest?" And he goes, "The North Gate. The bridges are on fire. We have to get to the North Gate." Lady Seline nods. She turns back to the rest of you guys and she says, "It seems we don't have many choices. The sewers are completely ablaze. It would seem this cellar," and she looks at you guys questioningly for the name, "was pouring some sort of oil into the sewer for what must have been days. One torch let the entire sewer system ablaze. Considering that, and considering that my most elite guards are 100 miles away, blocking some sort of zombie menace, it would seem that our cellar knew exactly what he was doing." She pinches her finger and forethumb together and she says, "Here's what I suggest, and I'm open to better suggestions if you have them. We make a run for the northern gate. I will shield the people in a protection spell, but that will take all of my concentration to do so. While I shield them, I need you to clear the way."
Sounds good.
How long will your shield last for?
She looks at you in a strange sort of stern way and she says, "As long as it needs to." And it doesn't sound demeaning, it sounds more resolute than anything else.
Mm-hmm. I
Well,
can't
you
think
know-
of a better plan. Mhm.
Well, you know, if she's
Yeah.
going to leave all of her magic items behind, that would just be rather wasteful. You wouldn't want the demons to get their hands on all those magic items.
Lady Seline shakes her head. She,
That's Grimace
I know.
pitching the perfectly sane option, like...
she
No, we have all this magic shit. We might as well use it or we're gonna die.
She shakes her head and she says, "Magical items are nothing compared to the lives of my citizens. Those gates will not hold. I have with me what is necessary to get them out of here. Or magical items can be found later."
Magic. Sounds
more
like it.
magic items.
Okay.
I think Lady Seline is too mentally impaired right now to make an intelligent statement.
Or, well, there's another way to look at it. This is a lady who for 60 years has learned to collect magical items. I think she knows how to get more if she needs to.
You could take that interpretation, Jarek.
But you
prefers
could,
her
yeah.
being
You could
a
also
mental
take the other
cripple.
one that she's crazy. Yeah, that works too.
And based on the body of work that I have seen thus far from Lady Seline, Jarek is willing to venture in his mind that Lady Seline is mentally deficient. But, that's fine.
I can
God
find
forbid. God forbid. Jarek's not gonna push it. Whatever. She's, just as bad as what Waga's barbarian rage would be. You can't talk him back, man.
Do I have a token for Lady Seline? I don't know if I do.
I made one for you.
I'm sure you did.
You son of a bitch.
No. I'm sure you did. I'm asking if I have it in roll 20, not do I have one. But now I have to go find out where it is. So what she will do is she'll say, 20 minutes. We have to leave in that time. Take what you can. Rest. See my healers. But know that if you really are the key to this war, Seller has to know that too. And he has to know that one of the only two chances of you getting out of the city is the gates. If my guess would be, if he's waiting for you, it's going to be there. I would prepare accordingly.
Is there any other place that we can go where he won't expect us, that we can get out safely?
She shakes her head. The southern gate is the only one I can think of, but you said the bridges are on fire. The only place that we could get these amount of people out in anything less than hours that it would take to sneak them through a small gate are one of the large gates.
Wait, I think I'm turned around in my brain then from what...
North is top of the map.
Yeah. But the south gate, there's no bridge, okay.
Yeah,
With your
we're,
magic,
we're,
can you
we're
not-
on the northern side of the river. If we wanted to leave by the south gate, we'd have to cross the river again.
Pardon my naive question, but with your magic, could you not just make a hole through one of these walls?
She already told you guys that even her magic wouldn't break these walls. She says she explains this wall was built to defend itself against the worst the land could throw at it, including one
The
mage,
main
no
wall.
matter how powerful.
That's why the demons climbed over the wall, because the wall could not defend against the worst that could actually be done. Anyway, once again, Gur's gonna pitch us out. You heard. We have 20 minutes. Take what you can. Welp.
Well, okay, let's see what Jared can dig up. Go, Bloodhound, go!
She wouldn't stop you from going anywhere. She'd probably be a bit distracted, but you would get to her room and find the door sealed in such a way that it doesn't look like it was done conventionally.
That's fine. I will take as much treasure as I can possibly carry in the finery that is, especially all the wonderful magic notes and arcana and ritual that she has.
Okay, I would say
the ritual components that she has in her bedroom.
I would say you can get enough ritual components for say 2 rituals, and enough finery you could carry on you for say 20 gold.
Shit.
Jesus!
The dude is carrying a cloak full of secret pockets.
No, it was.
No, it's Lady fucking Seline who's just like, hey guys!
Well, I was actually snorting about the 20 gold. All of them were reacting about the token. Okay, sure.
We can tell where everyone's priorities are.
Sorry, my screen just filled with a woman's face.
It's funny because
Hey, that's the title of my
is
sex tape. Alright,
right
anyway.
above her mouth. I thought I was being eaten.
All right.
No.
So, what do you guys do? By the way, you guys can see healers, so you do not have to spend any more of your recoveries that you have not spent yet. They will heal you up to your maximum.
Awesome.
And Jarek, let's see. Have you used more than one daily spell?
Yes.
Okay. The healers are able to rest you enough that you can choose one daily spell to get back, in addition to what you already have.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I'll pick one.
All right. And anyone else want to do anything while they wait?
Yeah,
I'm looking for Jack.
Go ahead.
I'm looking for Jack.
Jack would be around. He'd fly up to you and say,
Okay, good.
"You done fucked it up, didn't you?"
Yeah, he done fucked up.
just nods and flaps on your shoulder, not pushing the issue.
Yeah.
There is going to be a roleplay for Sky and Pearson, but I can wait until you guys get what you want done.
Okay, quickly, I guess. Is there any sort of magic users that can recharge my gauntlets? If no, that's fine.
No.
Cool.
There's no recharge station for magical items, unfortunately.
Got it.
Collimore has noticed that these things fly. Pearson does not have a ranged weapon. He's going to look around the palace for a crossbow. It's a simple fire and forget weapon. It should be easy enough for him to use. He's probably used it a few times in his youth. Is there a crossbow?
I would say that not only is there a crossbow, Rob leads you to the armory, and since there seems to be a shortage of guards nowadays, he hands you a very well-crafted crossbow. It's got engravings on it, probably far too rich for what your taste, but it will work perfectly fine and gives you bolts.
It'll serve a double purpose. Double purpose. I'll use it and then I'll sell it afterwards. So I'm not going to say no.
So yes, you have a crossbow, and he gives you as many bolts as you want to carry, because, like I said, they've too many weapons, not enough soldiers.
Okay. That's it for general doings.
All right. Anyone else?
No. I'm good.
All right. I'm also going to give me a second. Let's see, because this is kind of a healing thing. No, Waga does not get his barbarian rage back. All right. So at some point in time, the Sky keeps looking at your family, but looks very ashamed, and then she comes up to you, and then she literally gets down on her knees and lays her hands palm down on the ground in front of you, and crying literally says, "I'm so sorry."
Colmore will say, "It's from my understanding that you weren't in complete control of your actions. Perhaps I won't hold you completely accountable, and I plan on killing your master. But no, because of your inability to control yourself, I will never trust you, and you will never come that close to my family again. Do you understand?"
She only nods her head, and then behind you, you hear a very sharp, "Pearson!" And Carla comes up and says, "I trust Sky. I'm sure it wasn't her fault."
I didn't say it was her fault. I'm just saying that you haven't seen what I've seen, Carla, and she's being controlled like a marionette on strings of that demon cellar. Who's to say he won't pull it again? Trust isn't necessarily on her. It's on what she can do and what he can do. I can't trust him. I'll never trust him, and therefore I can't trust his tool.
Carla looks at you for a long time and then says, "Of course I will trust your judgment in this, but I am not going to shun this girl forever for something she had no control over."
Of course, once we kill the master, then she can be trusted again.
With that, actually, Sky will get back up, and a look of pure rage in her eyes when she looks at you and she says, "Get in line." And then she starts to walk away, heading down the stairs for an armory.
Wait, did her voice change?
Got very serious. Not like it didn't unnaturally change, just most serious and angry you've ever heard it when you said "Killer Master" and she said "Get in line."
Yeah. Wow. Fair enough. I'll let her go.
Since people are so brazenly going to the armory, I think I will also stock up on anything that would be a javelin-like object.
Okay. You can certainly do that. You find all sorts of javelins.
I will be taking one of each. This one looks nice.
You also find, if you care, pilafs. which are, if you don't know, they're javelins that basically have very long metal points that are designed to stick into shields, and then the weight of the heavy haft will bend it so that it makes it really hard to use the shield.
You'll most likely take them not knowing what they do.
Yep, it's fine. But yeah, you can use them just like javelins. And I am going to take like a 5-minute break to go to the restroom and grab a drink and...
Okay.
Pee
we'll
for
start.
5 minutes.
Yes, for 5 whole...
And I swear to God, if you pee for 4.5, I'm gonna be sorely disappointed.
Yay, bear below.
Like, I'm trying to push my bladder. The bladder don't fail me now. All right, guys, we'll be right back.